What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a little bit of hot topics. You guys, these are going to be the week's hottest topics. This is week's hottest topics number 65, and this is going to be the hot topics for the week of May 29th through June the 3rd, you guys. So we are already in June. Can you believe it? So next month is July, and it is my birth month. But yeah, um, before we go ahead and just jump into these hot topics, if you guys are watching this video or any other and the channel and are not subscribed, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date every week and having me pay for it at the end of it. Do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us discuss some of these hot topics. Let's discuss what is hot and what is trending this week, shall we? All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and start up with the sad stuff. The rest in peace. So we first got to extend a rest in peace to the daughter of Master P, whose name I did not get. I should have gotten her name before I got on here. But I saw on Instagram, and I think it was like the Shade Room, where Master P had, mentioned that his daughter had passed away, and at this time that, he and his family were asking, for privacy, basically. And it's really sad because I know that, so Romeo is my age. Romeo and I are the same age. I think Romeo is about to turn 33 if he's not already 33. But and I think this is one of the younger sisters, and if I'm remembering, the younger kids were a few years younger than Romeo and I, so she is either in her late 20s, her early 30s, which is very, very young to die. And I do believe that she had some addiction issues as well as mental health issues. I believe that's what they said she passed away from. So rest in peace to her. And then another rest in peace that we got to say is to former Dallas Cowboys, former Cowboys, Marion Barber. He passed away this week. Now, at this time, Marion Barber, his cause of death is unknown, so I can't really speak toward that, what he died from, but he was 38 years old. Damn, that's young too. Like, he's only a few years older than I am. So, yeah, rest in peace to Marion Barber. Rest in peace to Marion Barber and Master P's daughter. So, you guys, let's move on to the next story, shall we? You guys, I gotta be honest with you. At this point, I'm really tired of talking about these things because it seems like it's happening more frequently now. These mass shootings. It just seems like every time you turn around, there's a mass shooting, because I believe, if I was watching The View, and they were talking about this mass shooting that just happened up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is really not too far from, where I am in Dallas. Tulsa, Oklahoma is literally a hot drive away from us. All I have to do is hop on US 75 and just drive straight through Plano, McKinney, and it's Plano, McKinney, Sherman, all of those little places. Well, McKinney and Plano are not that small, but drive through there, and then because I've been to Oklahoma before, I've been up there where Choctaw is, so it's really close to home. So there was a shooting up there at a hospital, and like I've been saying for the last few weeks, it's like, damn, where are you? We're not safe anywhere these days. We're not safe in church. You're not safe at the grocery store. Your kids aren't safe at school. You're not safe at the hospital. So this gunman, now this guy, from what I've heard, he didn't have, he didn't have an assault rifle. I think they said he had a handgun and a rifle, and I think he might have been like on top of the building. So what happened is he shot and killed 4 people, and then he eventually turned the gun on himself. What a fucking coward. So that happened, and I think, like I was just saying a few minutes ago, I was watching The View, and since the Uvalde shooting, which was last week, there have been, I think they would say between 11 and 20 mass shootings. That is utterly ridiculous to me in this country, that people put more emphasis, and they care more about a gun than a human life. And there's a guest co-host on the View. Her name is Tara Setmeyer. And here's my thing. I'm all for people who want to have guns. That's fine. That's fine. But there still should be some regulations around who and who cannot get a gun. Especially if a person is red flagged, that person should not be able to get a gun. And much like what Wheelchair really has done here with the whole abortion situation, where he has it where if like say if I were a woman, I'm pregnant, I don't want to keep my child, I want to go get an abortion, I get an Uber to go to the doctor. You guys know that these idiots here these Republican idiots, I'll say that, these Republican idiots who give so much of a damn about a fetus, they can then report that they think that woman went and got an abortion and go after the doctor and the person who took her, or even if she drove herself, they can go after her. Well, why can't we do that with these people who we believe are a threat and a danger? Why can't I then call the police? Why can't I call and say, hey, my neighbor, I see him outside with these military style guns. Can I turn him in? It should make it make sense, because it just doesn't. And then we have these everyone who wants to blame. They want to find somewhere else to place blame other than with themselves, the Republicans. Because I saw that crackpot Marjorie Taylor Greene. That woman is a fucking idiot. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, she is spouting out that the reason for what happened, she's blaming that guy who did the shooting here in Texas last week. They're trying to say that he's trans, so they're trying to blame that on trans people. Then they're trying to blame, Jesus. They're trying to blame it on him being trans, mental health. I saw on Fox News where Laura Ingraham is trying to blame people who smoke weed. A person who smokes weed, they're not going to be, they're too, you do realize weed slows you down. Weed slows you down. So it's not gonna amp you up to want to go and start shooting people. Like, these Republicans are trying to find any kind of way to shift the blame. And I know that a group of them, bipartisan congressmen came together trying to find something to do about this situation. And it's kind of like what Whoopi has been saying on the View this week and even last week. Get rid of the AR-15s. Make those things illegal, because they've talked about this on the View as well. That when President Clinton was in office, he had those assault rifles banned from 1994 to 2004, and in that time frame, you didn't see as many mass shootings as you're seeing currently. So think about it. And who came into office in 2004? That's right, Baby Bush. That's what we call him here in Texas, Baby Bush. Baby Bush came into office. And then after Bush was President Obama, but we all know that when he was in office, they didn't want to work with him. So he wasn't getting much passed anyways. So let's get off of that for just a second, and let's do a little bit of a follow-up to the shooting that actually happened last week in Uvalde. So that press conference that they did last Friday, it pissed me off. It infuriated me, because once again, it's like they're trying to deflect and place blame on other people but themselves. So, here's the situation with that. It's really sad that these children and those teachers lost their lives, and they didn't have to lose their lives. They really didn't, because what happened could have been avoided. What happened could have been avoided. And honestly, it's pure cowardice. That's all it is. It's pure cowardice, in my personal opinion. So, at one point in the press conference, I heard the guy, he was talking about the fact that there was a teacher who had went outside at one point in the day. That teacher came back inside and left the door propped open. Now, that has been debunked, that teacher did not leave the door open. So, and you know what is bothering me? The fact that you know who's dumbass. Why do you want teachers to be armed around children? I don't get that. It makes no sense to me why we want teachers to be armed. They're already teaching a terrible curriculum. And especially here in Texas, these teachers are teaching toward a standardized test. I don't know what it's called these days. When I was in school, it's called the TOS test, the TAX test, Texas Assessment of Knowledge and Skills, and Texas Assessment. What was the TOS? I don't remember what TOS stands for. I know at one point it went from TOS to TAX to TEAS. Don't ask me what TEAS stand for, because by the time they went to that, I had already graduated high school. So yeah, they already teach toward, like, when I was in school, that was literally all we learned, was how to take that test. Like, my 5th grade teacher, she detested, she hated that test. And she didn't teach towards that test. She taught us things that would help us, but in the interim, she was sprinkling things to tell us how to pass that test. But more specifically, she went off of her own curriculum, and I loved her for that. Ms. Hood. The cops. Those kids called the cops and told the cops that the guy was in the school and he was shooting people. I believe this started at like 11:30 in the morning, and they didn't go in until a whole hour later. And I've also saw where cops went in and got their children and left those other kids in there. That is despicable and that is deplorable. And then for them to say that they don't want to put their lives in danger with him having that assault rifle. You guys have bulletproof shields. It's one of him and multiple of you. You find the threat and you eliminate the threat. Isn't that what they always say? I'm pretty sure that's what they say. They see a threat, they eliminate the threat, because they definitely would do it with us. Speaking of which, I saw this video earlier this week where this young lady who's pregnant, I don't know where she was, but somebody had called the cops because they thought that she was trying to break into a car, and she told them she wasn't. She told them she didn't have a gun, and she told them she was pregnant, and they still shot her. But y'all were afraid of that person. It's interesting to me. It's interesting. But like I said, those kids did not have to lose their lives. Those kids and those teachers did not have to lose their lives. So you mean to tell me that you guys sat out there and heard gunshots for a full fucking hour and did absolutely nothing? And I can see now why, because they showed on TV, they were showing those parents, and those parents were like, do something, go in there. Like, I know one woman, she went in there and got her child and her child's classmates, and then they put her in handcuffs because she went after her child. Y'all are stupid. That whole police force, everyone on that police force should be fired. everyone from the top to the bottom should be fired. And then I know that they also pulled out mace and pepper spray on those parents. That is dumb as hell. They're worried about their children, and your stupid ass is gonna sit here, handcuff them, mace them, and pepper spray them. But you two chicken shit to take your ass in there. When you signed up, when you went into the police academy and all of that stuff, wasn't it to protect and serve? When you go to work every day, you know that you run the risk that, unfortunately, you might not make it home to your family at night. You assume that risk every time you put on that badge and that uniform. So what the fuck happened in this situation? Where did that go to? It shows you that these people, like I said, once again, these people love their guns here, but it goes to show that you guys are chicken shit. You're chicken shit to go in there and help, and you're just scared of anything. But hey, let me know what you guys feel about that, and we are going to definitely pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So the next thing that I want to talk about is Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Now, me personally, I ain't really kept up with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's case. I saw it on Good Morning America every morning, and to be honest with you guys, I didn't give a damn then, and I still don't give a damn right now. I will say though that the case I was looking at both Amber and John, the little clips that I would see. I was looking at both of them, and I was like, I can't tell who's acting and who's not. I can't tell if both of you are acting. So the jury deliberated, and they made a decision. So in this case, I did see it online. It said that Johnny and Amber were both held liable. I was like, wow, that's interesting. So Amber has been awarded $2 million, and Johnny Depp has been awarded $10 million plus $5 million in punitive damages. Now, I know that they were both going for like $100 million and $50 million. I was like, damn, they really cut y'all down. But what I found out was, so Amber Heard, she was found liable against him, right? She's liable against Johnny Depp. So he won his case. So technically, Amber Heard did not win her case. What happened is Amber Heard won $2 million against Johnny's lawyer. I was like, wow, his lawyer. Like I said, the case was just all over the place. And you can see that their relationship was I think it was very toxic. I will say that. It was toxic, and I think it was toxic on both parts. I think both of them were toxic together. You know, she's made her accusations against him. He made his against her. They both record. Now, that's when you get to the point in a relationship where it's physical, you need to leave. If you get to the point in a relationship where you got to record shit to have it as evidence, that means it's time to go. That means it's time for you to go. Because I'd be damned if I'm finna sit in a relationship and one is physical, emotional, or any kind of abuse. I'm not finna sit around and take it. I'm just not gonna do that. Period. Point blank. But like I said, they recorded each other. So neither one of y'all was like, you know what? This is taking a very, very dark turn. Maybe it's time for me to get out of this relationship. Like, not one person said that. Nobody. But yeah, like I said, Johnny won. The one thing that I will say is I saw a lot of people make fun of Amber Heard, and it was a lot of women, and I just didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with a lot of women making fun of her, because let's say that it was let's say that she was saying what she's saying is true, that he abused her. That is, and I'm gonna take Amber out of the equation real quick. That is one of the reasons why most women sit in silence about domestic abuse. That is a reason why a lot of women sit in silence about domestic abuse, because they feel that people won't believe them. And especially when we live in a society where, and I never understand it when it comes to women, how a woman can believe another man, not another man, how a woman can believe a man in the situation. Like I actually, when I was in college, there was this girl that I was really cool with, and I stopped talking to her. I'm gonna tell you guys why I stopped talking to her. So I was in college. I graduated high school in 2007, and I think this was like whenever the situation happened with Rihanna and Chris Brown, when he abused her. This girl, and I looked at her. I'm like, you sound stupid. I'm like, you sound so fucking stupid. So she defended Chris Brown. I didn't because I'm like, there's no reason for you to ever feel like you should put your hands on any person, and especially if it's someone that you claim to love. She was like, well, Rihanna gave Chris Brown herpes. And that's when I asked, I'm like, do you know that for a fact, or are you going off of what the rumor mill is saying? Well, I heard that on such and such. And I said, exactly. You heard that. That's hearsay. You don't know for a fact that that is what happened. You don't know for a fact that that's what's happened. So, even if she allegedly gave him herpes, you don't know that. You're going off of a rumor of a rumor of a rumor. And like I said, and then I said, like, even if she did, let's just say on the off chance that was true, that is not a reason to beat a person's ass. That ain't no reason to hit anybody because they gave you a STD. Like, I didn't understand it then, and I still don't understand it now. And that's so back to, I just don't understand. It just kind of, I just look at, I mean, I know people gonna do what they want to do, but, and I know people be like, well, some women lie. That is true. That is true. People lie. We all lie. We all lie. Like, so just because you'll tell one lie, so do we then think that everything that comes out of your mouth is a lie? Is that what we're to assume? No. So, yeah, I just didn't agree with people making fun of the woman, because like I said, that's why most women don't come out about domestic abuse. But that's all I got for that story. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. Y'all, let's talk about Monique and Theo Hewgley. Now, I will say, I used to love Theo Hewgley back in the day, but Theo Hewgley currently, I ain't the biggest fan of the man. But then we got Monique. I absolutely love me some Monique. But when a person is wrong and I feel like they're wrong, I gotta call it out. And Monique, sis, I love us for real. But I think you might be a little bit of I think you might be the problem, sis. And now we all know the situation with Monique, Tyler, Oprah, and Lee Daniels. And we know that Lee Daniels apologized to Monique. And I was so happy that Monique got that apology. And I thought that, Monique was going to move forward and just live her life. We know that she's going to be on season 2 of BMF on Stars. So I was like, okay, things are looking up for Monique. Well, this week, but I do know that she did a live with Sydney. I think that's one of the reasons why I've taken a back step to Monique these last few years, is because of Sydney. Sydney is he's an interesting character. And I think Sydney is a hindrance to Monique's career. I mean, we all know she had the issue with Netflix, but even with Netflix now, when she wanted people to boycott Netflix, I'm like, girl, that ain't gonna happen, but good luck with that. But even with that, I understood what she was saying. You know, she wanted equal pay. You know, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, they were getting millions of, and even Amy Schumer, who honestly, God, you guys, I just don't find her that funny. I've never really found Amy Schumer to be funny at all. And if you guys found Amy Schumer funny, that is no offense to you guys, but I just never really found her that funny. She's funny looking, but she's not funny to me. But so Monique was on doing, I think she was doing a comedy show, and she laid into Theo Hewgley. So, and listening to the story, it sounds like it's a promoter issue. Because, first of all, did you guys, were you guys at the same, I mean, I know when it comes to contract negotiations, you're not at the same table, but y'all didn't, did you look at the tickets? Like, I'm just kind of confused. I'm really confused on the situation. She's upset because she was supposed to perform last, but Theo Hewgley said, he came back with his proof. She came back with her proof. And like I said, once again, it just really sounds like it's a situation where it's on the promoter and not Theo Hewgley. Because I mean, like I said, sis read into his ass. And like I said, he came back with his proof, and like I said, she came back with hers. But once again, I will say it one more time. I want Monique to get the fuck away from Sydney. That man is a detriment to your career. I just feel like it. I just feel like he's a detriment. I really do. I really, truly do. But yeah, I want you guys to drop down in them comments and let me know what you guys think about that situation with Monique and Sydney. And I mean, anytime she goes live or does something, she has a grievance with someone, who's right there beside her? Sydney. Now I know what he manages her and stuff, but girl, it looks very creepy. It looks really creepy. But you guys, we're gonna pause here and move forward. So the next one is, now yeah, I don't watch this show. My little cousin, she loves this show. I have never, ever, when I tell y'all I've never watched an episode of this show, I've never watched an episode of this show. So there's like I've told you guys, I don't watch the Kardashians. I've never watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't watch The Kardashians that comes on Hulu. And I've never watched Chris Lee Knows Best. Or is it Best? It's Best. I've never watched Chris Lee Knows Best, so I don't really know much about Todd Chrisley or his family. Actually, I know nothing about his family. Like I said, my little cousin watches it, and she was like, Jerome, you really got to watch this, because it's funny. Because she loves the Nana, whatever her name is, Nana something. Whatever the woman's name is, I don't know it. But she's like, you should watch it, it's really funny. I'm like, I'm not interested in that man. I am not interested. That southern, I mean, when I say southern accent, I've heard, so when she spent the night at my apartment last year, she was watching, and I'm like, girl, I am not going to sit here and watch that shit. I went in my room and watched my favorite show of the night, Golden Girls. So I go to sleep to Golden Girls every night. Golden Girls and Frasier. But yeah, so Todd Chrisley. So I'm not familiar with the show, and I'm not really too familiar with this legal issue he's got going on. Is like tax evasion or something like that. I don't know what it is, but he has this legal case that he's dealing with. And I know that he tried to say that his business partner was probably trying to set him up. I don't know why his business partner would probably try to set him up, but hey, that's what he says. That's what he says. So the business partner went on the record and said that him and Todd had an old relationship with one another, and they were paying off a blackmailer in the amount of $38,000. I'm like, damn, what kind of blackmailer y'all got that's the only one at $38,000? Because I mean, I don't know how many seasons that show has on what network does it come on? It comes on. No, I was about to say A&E, but it doesn't. It doesn't come on A&E. It doesn't come on TNT. Yes, it does. No, it don't come on TNT. It comes on. Oh God, I know. I actually do know what network it comes on. I think I know what network it comes on. It comes on a network where Suits used to come on, and I can't remember what network that was. It used to be Suits and Necessary Roughness with Mehcad Brooks, and I can't even think of the network right now. It's not. I keep wanting to say A&E, but it's not A&E, and it's not TNT. It's the other one. It's A&E, TNT. Is it TNT? Is it TNT? It might be TNT. Because I know it comes on the, like I said, it comes on a network where Necessary Roughness with Mehcad Brooks, it Suits. Oh God, there was another show that used to come on that network that I loved. It had the guy who played on Power Book 2, who played Monet's former love interest. They were like in the they were DEA, SWAT. Damn, I can't remember the name of that show. But yeah, Todd Chrysler, his show. I know this show has been on for quite some time now, and I'm like, that's all y'all asked for was $38,000. That man got boot. That man got money. Now, I see a lot of people, talking about, oh my God, I did not know. I'm like, y'all didn't at least suspect that the man was gay? The first time I saw the man, I asked my little cousin, I'm like, is he gay? She's like, nah, that's his wife. I'm like, you serious? That's his wife? She said, yeah. She said, those are his kids. I'm like, really? I was like, okay, maybe he's bi. Because I'm like, there is no way in hell that man is 100% straight. But that wasn't my business. And the one thing that I will say, though, is kind of fucked up is the fact that the way he was outed. I'm like, damn. But I wonder if his wife knew about this. I wonder. I just wonder if she knew about this. But I mean, what can I say? Besides that is fucked up the way he was outed. That's what I will say. That is what I will say about that. So let's pause here, you guys, and get to the last story. So this one, this one just happened, Reese. This one just happened, and I actually saw this video of Nene where she was in the car and she was playing a song, yours, mine, yours, ours. I don't know whose song that is. I don't know if that is Summer Walker. I think that's Summer, right? Or is it that Queen Naja girl? I don't really know their music like that. So Nene Leakes is being sued by her now current boyfriend. We can't even say ex-wife. That is his wife. This situation is very similar to Fantasia's situation. You guys remember, that's been now at least 10 years. That's been 10 years ago. Because remember, Fantasia was shooting her family reality show, which I loved her family reality show. I enjoyed it. They had two or three seasons of that show, and I enjoyed her family reality show. It was really interesting to see her and her family dynamic. But you guys remember Fantasia when she was sleeping with that man that she was with, and when Fantasia went and got that man's name tattooed on her, I was like, and I love me some Tasia. I was like, girl, and when I saw that tattoo, first of all, that tattoo was ugly as fuck. Secondly, I was like, girl, you really went and tattooed this man's name on your body. Why? But she's since gotten it covered up, and we know she's in a happy and fulfilled marriage. But remember, Antoine, his wife, sued Fantasia. Now, I don't know what happened with that lawsuit. If you guys remember what happened with that lawsuit, please drop down in the comment section and let me know. But I don't remember what happened, what the outcome of that lawsuit was, because I honestly didn't care then, and I still kind of don't care now. But if you guys got the tea, spill that tea for me. So, Nene, like I said, she's been sued by her boyfriend's wife, and the woman is, blaming Nene, for the disillusion of her marriage. Now, yes, it probably was fucked up to, wake up to the blogs and everybody reporting on the fact that Nene Leakes is in a new happy relationship, and then you look and see, wait a minute, bitch, that's my man. So, kind of like, Kelly Price, friend of mine, and also, hello, Barbara, this is Shirley. Y'all, that song is just so damn stupid. The man that you are laying with, the man that you've been seeing, that's my man. From you cook every piece of food, food you cook for him, you clean for him, you buy his clothes, the car note, you pay it. I don't know who thought that, I don't know who thought that song, Woman to Woman, was we still talk about it to this day, but that song, when you listen to it, that intro, it is so damn stupid. You pay his car note, you pay his insurance, you cook and you clean for him. Bitch, you are a glorified housekeeper. And he going out and sleeping with this other woman. You found her number in his pockets. Well, when I would have called up Shirley, I'd be like, hey Shirley, this Barbara hoe. I want to call her a hoe, but I'm like, hey Shirley, this Barbara. Yeah. So I was going through my old man's pockets, right, and I found your number, sis. And she was like, okay. So you seeing him? And she say, yeah. I'm like, okay, girlfriend. Well, guess what? How about you keep him? I don't want the no good ass motherfucker. He is yours to keep. So what I want you to do is tell him that car, had that bitch back in my driveway by 10 p.m. tonight. If not, I am towing that hoe right back to I would do a Wendy Williams and have that car repossessed back to me. Those clothes he got on, I want that back too. Give me them clothes. Give me everything I bought for your raggedy ass. Return to sender. But you can keep him. That's your man, sis. That is your man, not my man, but yours. He's not yours. Well, he's yours. He's not mine, and he's not ours. You can keep him. So yeah, this woman is blaming Nene, and I know people are using the old phrase that Nene told to Kim: "Close your legs to marry men, trash box. Close your legs to married men." Well, girl, that sentiment now kind of goes to you. But I'm not gonna sit here and blame Nene, and I don't like it when people do this in a relationship. Don't blame. I hate when people do this, man or woman. Y'all want to come at the other person, but most times you don't see. If a man finds his girl is cheating on him with another man, most times in that situation, you don't see the niggas fighting with each other. There are times where you will see them fighting, but most times, which is that toxic part of a man, you'll see them dap each other up. Hey, bro, you can have a hoe. That's how most men are. I hate to say it, but most men are like that. Hey man, you can have that hoe. And they'll be like, hey, you wanna go get a drink? Let's go get a drink. You will see that more times than not. And then like I said, there are other times where you will see the men fighting the other men. I'm like, why are y'all fighting? Especially if you guys watch Cheaters. Why are you fighting? Don't fight that person. Your grievance is with the person that you are in a relationship with. That's who your grievance is with. And with this woman, your grievance is with your husband, not Nene. Now, and let's just say, even if Nene knew, we don't know what she knew. He could be telling her so many things to fill her head up. He could tell her like, hey baby, so me and my wife, we going through a divorce right now. See, and that'd be my thing with people who I always say it's subjective. when it comes to dating and you're going through a divorce. I always say it's very subjective because it's just how people feel. If you feel that, and I always say when it comes to that, if you know for without 100% certainty that you're not going back to that relationship, then date and do whatever you want to do. That's fine. But don't, I wouldn't say go public with your relationship until your divorce is finalized. You have that divorce decree in your hand. But it's fine to date in public. I mean, I would say date and keep it, maybe have a few friends who know, but don't just go balls to the wall and tell everybody that, hey, I'm in a new relationship, because you never know how the other person is going to feel. So, but like I said, I don't agree with this woman trying to sue Nene. I don't agree with that. And I'm starting to kind of want, but I questioned that guy the first time I saw him. I was like, is he we always say this word about people, are they opportunists? But he was giving opportunist vibes. But let me know what you guys think about that, and we're gonna finish this out, you guys. So the last thing that I want to say is, let's keep Miss Juicy Baby lifted in prayer. So she went on she went on live. She did let us know that she had a stroke, but she is, she's slowly getting back to herself. So we're gonna wish Miss Juicy Baby well wishes. We're gonna send her well wishes and thoughts and prayers. But that's it, you guys. That is it. That is it. We do this every single week, same time, same place, same channel. So I will catch you guys later on for P Valley, as well as Love and Marriage Huntsville and DC. And also, you guys, once I get the link, I will be going live on Sunday on another platform. Her name is actually Aubrey. As soon as I get the link to her channel, I will be going live with her on Sunday to discuss Love and Marriage DC. And also, you guys, I will be eventually going live myself to do some lives where you guys can, chime, we can talk live. You guys can get in the comments. You guys, if you guys want to come on to the platform and discuss these shows, we'll be doing that eventually. So I will be doing some lives where we will discuss reality TV shows as well as our scripted shows. So, and it'll be just strictly that. So with the reality side, we will only discuss reality. So we'll be talking about Real Housewives of Dubai, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage DC, Basketball Wives, and whatever else, and Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Love Match Atlanta. We will be discussing those in that live. And then with the scripted live, that'll just be scripted. So we won't deviate. And I'll be like, if we deviate, I'll be like, let's stick to the scripted, you guys. Let's stick to the scripted. So the scripted will be P Valley, Reluctantly, The Shy. Power Book 3 is coming back this summer. I think it comes back in August. And then it's something else. It's another, and Sisters. So we'll be talking about those in the scripted live. But that is it, you guys. I will see you guys later. Bye. Stay safe, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Remember, wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.